Money is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in my pockets. It's in my pudding. There's money everywhere. And I will use all that money to do many things that I would like to do, having produced 0 jobs or anything of value for my entire adult life. During my childhood, perhaps I produced something. When I was a small child, I made poop. But since then, I have done nothing useful, and now I will take all your money and I will throw it at the sun. I hate the sun. It's very mean.
Sakurai is a terrible, terrible liar. But you already knew that. It's pretty obvious to realize that Smash Bros. Does not sell games. Sakurai is not Nintendo's marketing team. I've been parroting all this time how a guest character in Smash Bros. Does not help sell that character's game. And of course, I'm right, but when I did the math myself, the result I got was hilarious. Nintendo had a banger year in 2020. They reportedly made a total of $13.4 billion from hardware, software and peripheral sales. That is a lot of profit. Fortunately, it won't be that hard to find out how much impact Sakurai's magical marketing powers had on the game Fire Emblem: Three Houses. So at the start of 2020, Fire Emblem Three Houses had reportedly 2.58 million copies sold. Now is that good? Absolutely. That definitely sounds like a profit. Then in January 2020, Sakurai unveiled the supreme video game icon himself, Byleth. His excuses? Nintendo made me. He's here to tell us how Nintendo ordered him to put Byleth in Smash Bros. Because that would help sell Three Houses. Yes, keep in mind that Nintendo is worth billions of dollars. They have released over 100 titles on the Switch, many of which went on to sell over 10 million copies, but sure. It's in their best interest to try and sell this niche RPG series to fewer customers than the Switch consumer base itself, mind you, that Sakurai coincidentally so happens to be a crazed fan of. Sure. So, how did that go? How many copies did Fire Emblem Three Houses sell at the end of 2020? 5 million? 50 million? Nope. The game only sold just over 3 million copies near the end of 2020. So since Byleth Grand Epic Smash Bros. Reveal, this game didn't even sell 500,000 copies since then. It sold 420,000 copies. Now, to me, that's pretty natural. Sales tend to dry up the longer times passes. And with that in mind, how many copies of the game were actually influenced by this magical, mighty director that walks on water? Probably very little. If he alone managed to influence 100,000 Smash Bros. Players to order Fire Emblem, that would sound miraculous. Now with that said, how much money did Fire Emblem Three Houses make for Nintendo? Keep in mind that Nintendo doesn't get $60, but rather a percentage of that. The closest indication I have found on how much money Nintendo earns through game sales in an older report, in how they make anywhere from $18 to $24 from every Wii U game that sells that they publish. Let's be fair and say that they made $21 for every Fire Emblem game sold, so how much did they earn from selling Fire Emblem in 2020? $8.8 million. For any company, that's huge, but since this is Nintendo doing a very big performance on Switch, not really in the grand scheme of things. And yes, I know about digital sales, but unfortunately, Nintendo does not disclose how many copies have been sold digitally, but if I did, it would certainly help with this. So with that said, if Nintendo made $13.4 billion, and among that, Fire Emblem generated 8.8 million of that money, what percentage is that? I'll tell you right away, that is a very small sliver. So is that 2%? Is that 1%? Is that a half percent? No. Fire Emblem Three Houses only made up 0.0065% of Nintendo's total income in 2020. Yeah, they totally wanted Byleth and Smash Bros. Alright. They certainly knew what they were doing. So did Smash Bros. Help sell Fire Emblem? The answer is clearly no. Sakurai is just bullshitting per usual. Smash Bros. Is not a marketing tool. It's Sakurai's own little personal playpen. It's his fantasy of what he thinks video gaming should be.